Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, it's yours truly, the 29-year-old PC Gold franchise, aka the Showstopper, better known as the GOW's Resident Tribal Chief. And with me, as always, they got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka ET's resident Isaac Hayes, King 2 Gold, bro. What's up?
Man, what's up, man? It's Freaky Friday, man. That's what it is.
Uh,
But ladies and gentlemen, that's pertaining to a previous conversation we just had before we got on the air. But man, it's the block party, man. It's Smackdown. It's Friday night, man. You know what it is. It's the GOW, man, and we kicking it with the people, man, as we run through this Smackdown card, which was, it was okay, not too bad, man. A little bit of substance, build up to next week's pay per view, Night of Champions. But other than that, man, bro, what's good, man? What's popping?
Man, what's good? What's good? What's good? Speaking of what's good, all right, Matthew Lincoln, what's good, Matt? He says, "Would Jay and Jimmy cost Roman the match?" Hey, we'll talk about that in a second, but first, let's get to this match card
We're gonna
first.
get into that. We're gonna get into
All
that.
right.
We're gonna answer that.
So, speaking of Roman, to start off tonight, we got that boy, the Tribal Chief, the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. I believe he held that thing for 991 days. Roman. 92, Roman Reigns. He came out with Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman. Out comes Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Of course, they hyping up their match in Saudi Arabia. The out comes the Usos with a beat down, but my boy Roman says, "Hey, I wasn't done talking. I'm the quarterback. I didn't ask y'all to come out. I had a game plan. I invested years into this. I invested months into Sammy. I call the shots. You don't call the shots. You're messing up, man." Too cold. Boy, Roman continuing to put them boys in his place, but there was a split second where Roman turned around quick, accidentally bumped against Solo Sikoa, and realized real quick, hold on, Solo ain't a Uso. Solo is the baddest man walking the island. This is the street fight, and even Roman got up out of there pretty quick. My God, talk to me. What you think?
Not only did he get out of there pretty quick, but he flexed that. But see, the thing is, he flexed at him, and then when he flexed at him, then he realized. Then he backed off. It was like, and it was that flex that got Solo. Like the arm bub was one thing, but then it's like, bro, you flex? You just flex at me, bro? It's like, bro, like, hold on, man, hold on, Pippin, man, did you just flex at me, Pippin? What's up, bro? What's up, man? Like you can get this hand, you can get this hand real quick. So it was it was cool to kind of see it because it plays on that theory that Solo may turn on Roman Reigns. So that it's that little bit of what we like to say, that little bit of seed planting. You got to plant the seeds and watch it grow, man. So we'll see what comes of this. But right now, to answer kind of Matthew's question, man, do we see the Usos costing them? Yeah, I could see it. But then again, because of what happened tonight with them coming out and him being upset, I could see him telling them not to come out and not to be involved. So, it could just come down to miscommunication between him and Solo, which would then further whether or not what's going to happen between him and Solo. So, there's elements to it. We got to just sit back and watch and see how it play out. But I think it's going to be an interesting match to see KO and Sammy go up against Roman and Solo, and it should definitely be a slobber knocker, as JR would say.
Yeah, you're gonna be a slobber knocker. All right. Then after that, yes, boy, we got Pretty Deadly versus the Brawling Brutes, man. Hey, look, Pretty Deadly held their own. The Brawling Brutes, of course, doing what they do. We had Sheamus on commentary, extra hype. I think my boy was going off the Guinness or the Jaeger. I don't know which one, but he was on something.
Both.
My boy was hype.
Both.
He was mad hype. Bro, Pretty Deadly. They made their main roster debut, in-ring debut officially against the Brawling Brutes. What did you think?
Pretty Deadly has grown on me. Like, as you see with teams, man, you really just can't get it all into the hype, man. You got to really see what's about them, man. And they remind me of that Tyler Breeze and Fandango. They kind of remind me of that Billy and Chuck. They kind of remind me of just those teams, those kind of comedic teams that are really good. And, they're really athletic and really good in the ring. but they definitely got a somewhat of a character, man. That's
Yeah,
definitely they got a character about them that's definitely it's entertaining. It's not. I wouldn't say it's the greatest thing, but I definitely say it's something there. Uh, and like you said, they held their own with the Brawling Brutes, and it's the Brawling Brutes, man. These guys have been on the main roster for a minute. They
right.
put in that work.
Big
Pete
work.
Dunne and Butch and Ridge Hollins, they've been putting in that work. So,
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it. It was what I figured it would be. I'm just glad that Pretty Deadly looked it credible enough.
Yeah.
They showed they showed that they got like, all right, okay, it wasn't a bad decision. We see why they got drafted. We can't wait to see more from
Man,
them.
absolutely. And you know who they remind me of, low key? They
Who
remind
that?
me of what's in AEW?
Six.
Dalton Castle and the
Oh no,
boys.
you're 619 there. Oh, I'm sorry. Say that again.
I said they remind me of Dalton Castle and the boys from AEW.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. But one could say that there may be a rip off of them. Yes, boy. Yes, boy. But right now, man, is we got the Usos, man. They almost with a Samoan splash from the top rope,
Yeah,
super kick on Ray. They almost got the 1, 2, 3, but Ray kicked out, being the OG Hall of Famer that
yes, sir.
he is, because
Yes,
he's a
sir.
Hall of Famer, and y'all better put some respect on that boy's name. But yeah, man, I want to see more Pretty Deadly, see what they do, man. I'm pretty sure
No.
I can't wait to see them aggravate more people.
Oh yeah,
Because
for
they
sure.
damn sure gonna aggravate some people.
Oh, bro, you already know what it is. Like you say, the fact that they're actually good in ring makes it all the much better. As right now, we got that boy Sami Zayn costing the Usos.
Ooh.
Sammy, let's go, Ray, 619, orderly,
All
Santos
right,
going
here we
up,
go. Here we go. Wabow. Wabow. And then
bam,
give him a sit time. There you go. Oh,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
not Santos with a tadpole splash.
Hey, my boy said, "Wee."
Right. And they got the victory, baby. Hell yeah. LWO picked up the victory. Thanks, courtesy of the undisputed tag team champions, paying a little get back from earlier in the show when the Usos
Yes, sir.
came out to attack them.
Leo says, "What's good, y'all? What up, Leo?"
Leos.
We got
Leos.
Earl in the
What up,
building.
man?
Earl says, "Fellas, I need my
Earl.
mojo back. Watching wrestling on Rewind is killing my interest in it."
Ah, man. What? Yeah, hey, man. We look, man. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. We understand, man. You gotta do big things, brother. But we still here, man. The GOW always gonna keep rocking. You know what I'm saying? You holler at us when you can, brother.
All day, every day. So right now we got Roman, we got the wise man, and we got the street champ in the back looking at the Usos on the monitor as they suffer yet another disappointing loss. Man. All right.
I
Fast.
mean, let's be honest, man. They've been the Usos, even when they probably, even at a point in time where they probably shouldn't have been the tag team champions,
Yeah.
they were the tag team champions and they were dominating. So,
Yeah.
their story came up. Someone, benefited from their success. So
Yeah.
now it's time for them to be on the other side of things. And I'm not I'm not mad about it. It is what it is. So
Right, right, right.
but right now it's good to have good competition, and that's what we need. We need to see them build up the competition. So man, we got more than just one or two teams. Man, we got a plethora of teams to enjoy.
Oh, my boy said a plethora. All right, with that
A plethora.
sounds exotic.
Oh, hey, man, real quick, real quick though, man,
Oh,
because
what's up?
it just popped up on the TV screen, man.
What up?
Hey,
What up? What
man,
up?
just want to send shout outs to the Brown family, man, as our
Yeah,
Hall of Famer,
Jim.
our OG legend Jim Brown has passed away today, man. So we,
Yeah.
the GOW, want to send our condolences to the family, man, and to
All
the
love,
Vivians,
all
and
love.
man, that's the OG, man. That man walk around anywhere, no problems, no issue. He getting in, and if you do got a problem, then you got a problem. Let's
Yeah,
just say
yeah,
that.
yeah.
All right.
Sir,
So,
yes,
but
sir.
nah, man. Seriously though, man. Big activist, in the community, and does so much for in movies and everything, and just being the scholar that he has been. But most definitely want to give condolences to Jim Brown.
No, absolutely. I mean, definitely much love to Jim Brown. Rest in peace. Also, man, speaking of condolences, man, you got superstar Billy Graham. My God, it became very apparent where Hulk Hogan got his gimmick from, but that's neither here nor
Man.
there.
Oh
but
man, man, man,
but
man.
shout out to the original superstar himself. And then yo, speaking of superstars, we got our girl Oscar back, baby, and she put them paws on Zelina Vega. Ended up winning via submission. Out comes the EST and WWE. The reference, the toughest, the fastest, the strongest, the best, Bianca Belair. Yeah, she came out to make the save, but not before getting missed by Oscar. But here's the thing, though: Oscar didn't get it all. She didn't get it all. So we got that, man. And then of course we
It's
got one of
okay. It's hit or miss with the miss sometimes, man. Especially after her getting it. I mean, I'm kind of okay with it because she got her so good last
yeah,
week. Like
yeah.
she got Bianca like good, like
Hey, remember
smackdown
Bianca
in
said
the
she
face.
got to get her get back. Remember that Bianca said she
Right,
got
so
to
I
get
could
back.
see her being, on guard for that. When as soon as Oscar do this and then start to spit, she trying to duck it out the way so she
Yeah,
don't catch it no more. So I'm not mad that she didn't hit it on target like she did last week. Like last week, man, it was like bam, bam, got you, bitch. And then like this week's like, nah, I got you, bitch. I thought you got me. Nope, got you back. I'm gonna get you next time though. You got lucky though. You didn't get me like you want to, but
right,
that's
right,
all
right.
good. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna get you, man, because I'm the EST. I'm gonna do what it do. But I'm fine with it, man. I'm okay with it, man. If we're gonna get more of Oscar and Bianca Belair, I'm
Yeah,
not mad about it uh, whatsoever. Again, like I said, you can't go wrong uh, having those two going after the championship. Now, if they were going after the championship for the right show, that maybe that'd be a little bit different.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
we'll see what comes of that, though, man.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. All right, then after that,
Right.
man, we got one of my favorite callers from NXT, man. My boy Grayson Waller. He had the Grayson Waller effect. We had the phenomenal AJ Styles coming out. Of course, they were talking about Seth Rollins, who's taking some time off, man, to film the new Captain America movie. So he's gonna be off for a little bit, but he will be back in time to be at the crowning of whoever it may be between him and the phenomenal AJ Styles of a brand new WWE World Heavyweight Champion in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. AJ Styles says, "Hey, look, I know Seth Rollins gonna still be training. I hope you're ready because I'm ready. I've been gone. I had to watch everybody else, fight for what I wanted to fight for and couldn't. And now I'm back and I'm stronger than ever." Then we got Grayson Waller implying, "Hey, look, I can't wait until the referee raises the hand and the announcer says, and new WWE champion, World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins." And of course, Grayson Waller, AJ Styles, running it back,
Beef before. Hmm.
basically talking about their time in NXT when AJ Styles went down there, had a nice little feud with Waller. Bro, this
Not
is a
bad about it either.
this is a two-parter. This is a two-parter. One, obviously, what did you think of this segment? And
Hmm.
two, do you think Grayson Waller is going to be primed for a pretty decent push in WWE on the main roster?
Um, it was cool because again, we've already seen these two having interactions, so we
Yeah,
know that they can do this. And to see it on the main roster, I mean, Waller was just being himself,
right, right,
which is
right,
the best thing for him. And AJ Styles being AJ Styles, and again, of course, they already had some animosity to play off of,
right,
so
right.
that was cool. As far as do I see Waller getting a push? Yeah, once they get Theory out of the United States title shot, title shot,
Yeah,
title picture, and he decides to elevate, I could definitely see Grayson Waller taking that next spot. But right now, it'll be more about getting him acclimated in, um, just being on the main roster, getting himself, more recognition. Again, even though there are a little bit more eyes on NXT
yeah,
because of the call ups and the the veterans coming down and having matches with some of the younger talent, but at the same time, you still don't have a lot of people that know Grayson Waller. So
yeah,
you definitely want to build him up. And again, I said it before. I feel like even though him and Theory are technically, two different people, sometimes I feel like they are the same person.
yeah.
Sometimes the way they talk, the way they do stuff, it kind of feels that they truly are the same. And they're both now on the same show. If they
Right,
were
right.
on a different show, I wouldn't really worry about it too much, but they're both on the same show. So I want them to be careful about that. But
Yeah,
um I do think that once Theory moves up and he's more into the big picture, but
Yeah,
again, you got to get the title off Roman Reigns for that to happen. So we'll see what
yeah.
goes on with that. But I think Waller may move into the tag team, maybe get tag team go with somebody. Maybe there'll be a somebody he worked with. Maybe him and Theory will become a tag team. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah.
You never know. But we'll see. But I eventually, yeah, most definitely.
All right, man. So we had a segment with the LWO backstage. Then we get a match with the Street Profits versus Rick Boogs and LA Knight. Knight ended up, oh, excuse me, the Profits ended up winning. Knight ended up turning on Boogs. So it's official like a referee whistle. If you didn't know, now you know. LA Knight don't want to be cheered. He's going to get booed as they're going to push him as a heel. So you got that.
Right.
You got Karrion Kross, TikTok. Again, promo on AJ Styles. Dude, I want Karrion Kross, bro.
I'm going after Styles now. Like, bro, like really? Like,
to me, we said this already. It might not have nothing to do with it. To me, it does. Just as a fan, presentation. First impressions is everything. I feel like, man, my boy got to lose the hair. He got to go back to the ball look, and they need to do something with him as far as better booking, bro. Like ever since he's come back
yeah.
in this last run, I feel like, man, it's been a dud. I, it's Karrion Kross. When you see Karrion Kross on screen, man, does it do anything for you these days? Too cold.
No, not really. And that's just really sad for me because
Yeah.
it's like, bro, I watched this NXT run and it was like, man, that was way more.
Yeah.
He was way more intimidating during that than what he's been doing on the main roster, and that's the problem, man, because
Yeah.
people can't get that first main roster run out their minds. I'm sorry, man. It has plagued him, even with
Yeah.
him coming back and trying to grow a little bit of hair. It is not
Yeah.
it is not good enough. All right, and it's still plaguing with him to now, man, and
Yeah.
he's doing the same. He ain't really wrestle that much, man. And when he does, he almost seems to lose all the time. And he's just doing the same video. It's like right now he's not doing anything to keep people interested and wanting to see him. It's
Yeah.
like he's on there, but he looked like he's gonna be doing the same thing he did 2 weeks ago. So he ain't doing nothing. And then they move on.
All right. Then after that, man, so we get the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. We got Alba Fire and Isla Dawn versus Valentina Feroz and Lisa Leon. Fire and Dawn
They're
ended
still
up
the tag team champions. Why I still don't understand how they were still the tag team champions. Like, how y'all still the tag team champions? Y'all got drafted
well,
up.
NXT didn't have their pay per view yet. So and when NXT gonna have their pay per view, then they gonna crown a new women's champion, world champion, and
Okay.
then new tag team champions.
Okay.
So for right now,
All
I guess
right.
they try not to flash you like this. Good on Triple H.
Okay. I mean, I can okay. Well, you just vacate the titles. I mean, you already made it clear what you're doing, so just vacate. That's it. You it ain't no point in them being on the main roster with the damn NXT Tag Team Championship. Just vacate them and just keep them on the show and let them be on
Why?
the show. Like,
Why, bro? This is WWE. Why are you trying to make this make sense? Just understand you are meant to be a dummy, okay?
oh man, because I'm not, and I mean, yeah, I know
You
I went
don't
to
know
East
that.
Cleveland. I know I went to East Cleveland public school system, but still, I still feel like all you had to do was just vacate the championship. I'm
You
sorry.
trying to use
I'm sorry.
logic.
All right.
You trying to use
I'm sorry,
logic.
bro. All right, now I got a little bit of common sense on me. Like, damn, you just vacate the championships. All right. Like this ain't Raw and SmackDown. We still got Bianca as the Raw championship on champion on SmackDown. Like, nah, man, nah. You this is nah, bro. Just. Hey, ladies, leave those belts there, please. Thank you. Hey, good luck on the main roster. Thank you for
bro,
your time.
bro, let me tell
Enjoy
you
the main
something.
roster. That's it. That's all you had to simply do.
Look, the great Allen Iverson once said, logic. We talking about logic.
No,
Come
you stupid. You stupid.
on.
I
Come
can't
on,
with you, man. I
come
can't with you,
on,
man. I'm just saying, man.
what did
I'm
you
just
think
saying.
this was, man? Come on. We've been doing this for 4 years now, man. You know we supposed to be stupid. So after this, man, so we get Theory in the ring. Theory cut a promo, got his ass bro kicked really quick by Sheamus. So I'm actually, I want to see what that turns into. I'm not mad at that. And you know what? I know you and I, we kind of had a disagreement about this in the past. I know you've been a fan of Sheamus for a while. You pretty much been a Sheamus fan.
Always. Yeah.
I'm within the last year and a half, really coming around to Sheamus, man. I'm starting to see the light, bro. Could we see Sheamus beating Theory?
No.
Mm.
And the only reason I say that is because he's already won the United States Championship. I don't
That's
need to
fair.
see him
That's
win the
fair.
United States Championship.
That's fair.
And Theory would need it would be better for Theory than it would be for Sheamus. Um, so I mean, and if Austin Theory can survive Bobby Lashley, he can survive Sheamus.
That's
So it's like,
true.
but it's a nice new matchup. It's someone else for him to have to figure it out.
Yeah.
How to beat him and to be able to do it. I mean, regardless if he, tricks or whatever he does, but still,
Right.
it'd be new and it'd be new and something different to see. Uh, but yeah, nah, I don't see Sheamus winning. Even though I mean he could, not saying he couldn't, but I don't see him doing
Too cold to turn into the GOW's Randy Jackson, as he says. That's a no for me,
it.
dog.
Nah, that's a no, bro. That's a no, bro.
All right, man. So we got that. Then of course, man,
Nah,
we
bro.
we wrap up SmackDown with a tag team match between the Usos and the LWO, man. Santos Escobar, Rey
Uh,
Mysterio. Ray and them ended up picking up the victory after some timely interference from Sami Zayn, the former honorary Us, Mr. Usi himself, Roman Reigns, and Solo looking like they ready to put
Uzi.
them paws on Jimmy and Jay. Bro, thoughts on this match?
I mean, pretty, format of basic format tag team match.
Yeah.
Only difference was it was Rey Mysterio and Santos versus the Usos.
Yeah.
So there was a little bit more excitement for it, but nothing too crazy as far as the match. Obvious, other than KO and them repaying back the Usos for what they did earlier,
Right.
which you kind of figured out what happened, which I'm not mad about. But then again, it's still it's just playing on the seeds of what's happening in the story. And the
Yeah.
story is right now Night of Champions. So the Usos is they're trying to stake claim to still be the best tag team, but right now Roman Reigns ain't got no faith in them. And now them losing in a match like this, and then him keeping Solo from going out there to do anything about
Yeah.
it, like man,
Yeah.
it just continues to add to the story. So
Yeah.
right now, I'm not gonna look at it no more than more. This was just you know it was a match to have for TV, but it was more about the story than
Right. Nah, I mean, absolutely, Brody. I
anything.
agree with you 110%. I don't disagree with anything you just said. And like you said, man, tonight was a pretty solid SmackDown. We
Tomorrow,
had that.
next week is the go home show.
Yeah.
Next week is the go home for the pay per view. So yeah, they gotta save it next week, and next week's the pay per view. I mean, so obviously they're
Boys,
saving
I'm
it.
excited. I'm excited. Y'all,
East side,
next
baby. We're gonna
week.
be on the east side, baby.
Next week, we on the east side, and then we're going to the west side, and then it's gonna be a 2-for-1 special. Yes, Sirski. But now with
Yeah,
that
we
being
here,
said,
baby.
hey, we it's on like a pot of naked bone. Next week it's gonna be busy. It's gonna be
Man,
busy. Why is it gonna be
man.
busy? Because not only do we got the in-person shows, but then we also got the prediction shows. We still got to give y'all the WWE rival series on top of the regular shows. I think AEW going back, Rampage is going back to their regularly scheduled time and programming. So we got
Hopefully,
that. So
hopefully,
yeah, we got. Oh,
hopefully.
and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, I know we ain't been covering AEW lately as far as Rampage. That's because, man, just the time's been clashing. They either been coming on too late or too early. And look, man, we got lives, so we get back to the Rampage one.
Right. We are fathers and husbands. We have duties. Okay. All right. We got
Duties,
booties to please. No.
booty duties.
we, but happy wives, happy lives. But now, man, no, we gonna get back on the rampage thing. But then again, I don't know, man. We got to see how
Collision.
this collision thing is gonna work out.
Yeah,
CM Punk's feeling some type of way. It could be a work, but he's feeling some type of way because they won't bring back his boy. But he may have to get over that part. But other than that, yeah, man. Next week, man. Next week, it's pay-per-view week, like my boy said, man. We got 2 prediction shows. We got our block parties, man. We got rivals. We just got a lot going on, man. And we got 2 back-to-back live pay-per-view shows. Once again, we thought we was done after WrestleMania, but nope. Wrestling said nope. We have now grown into a new league of multiple shows, and you guys got to work just like the rest of us. So hey,
Yeah.
we will be working because we want
And
to talk
guess what? The GOW, man, we'll give you banger after banger after banger after banger. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is on like a pot of neck bone. It's yours truly, the
ducky
29-year-old
ducky
piece of
quack
gold.
quack.
He's your king too cold, my man. And with that being said, we'll see y'all when we see you. Peace.
No.